Hi, welcome to Gemini Star Spiritual Wellness. Thank you for joining me today. I'm excited that you're here with me for this video. So in today's video, we're looking at the second half of January 2026. So this reading will be covering, it's the mid-month tarot reading. It'll be covering the 15th through the 31st of January 2026 for all the air signs. So that would be Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So let's see what's going on for all the air signs for the second half of January. And as always, please take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. And please hit the like button so this goes out to other air signs that need to see this information, because it helps shoot it out to more people when you hit the like button. It helps get it out to more so they can see that information that they need to see. And please hit subscribe if you haven't already so that you get all the future videos I put out. So let's see what's going on for the middle of the month of January to the end of the month for all the air signs. What is the energy for the air signs for January 15th through 31st, 2026? Okay. Let's see what's going on. All right, we got the Six of Swords, we got the King of Cups, Two of Cups, Knight of Cups, the Fool, Page of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. Okay, it looks like we're dealing with a love relationship here for air signs. So let's see. So coming into the middle of the month of January, I feel like I'm hearing there's somebody we want to be with. There's somebody that we want this Two of Cups with. And it's like, someone we feel this way about. And it's like, it's a feeling we've had for a while. So it could be somebody from our past that we've had feelings for quite some time, or someone we met, recently, but we've felt this way for a while about this person. And we really want this Two of Cups with them. We want to experience it with them, but I don't feel like we're there yet. Like we're not in a relationship with them yet, but we have feelings like that. Um, we're currently, and that's in our past position. I just showed you the Two of Cups. But air signs, we're currently leaving something behind that hasn't served us. It's like we're in the process of getting out of an old relationship that was, like lower vibrational, toxic. It wasn't reciprocal. It wasn't a good environment for us. And we finally reached a point where we're like, we're done with it. We're tired of dealing with this. Like it's like the relationship. All right, I'm hearing the relationship's been over for a while, but we were kind of holding on because for whatever reason, subconsciously, we weren't ready to let it go. But now we've reached a point where like, we're done with this. We're ready to let this go. And so we're leaving it behind. We're going to better waters, calmer waters. And we're like, we're tired of dealing with it. It's like we've had enough of that situation. And I feel like, okay, so we've got this King of Cups coming in. And the King of Cups is going to give us a love offer. And I feel it's this person that you have feelings for. So maybe it's somebody from your past that you've always kind of were attracted to or you had feelings for, but you never pursued it with that person because you were like in another relationship or they were in another relationship or the timing wasn't right. But there was always kind of like, feelings for this person. And I feel like it's this King of Cups. It could be like a good friend that you've had for a long time, that and it's like you've always kind of had feelings for this person, maybe beyond friendship, but like nothing ever developed out of it. But I do feel like this King of Cups and this person that you have feelings for, that you want this Two of Cups with, this King of Cups, it's like he's totally different than what you're leaving behind. He's more mature, he's got his stuff together, he's done his inner work, he's healed. I feel like he's not afraid to like speak his emotion or tell you how he feels. He's more willing to like tap into his heart chakra and follow his heart. So he's not withholding his emotions. He's not, playing like games with you with that, or playing with, your mind, He's not playing games and stuff like that. So he's a much more mature, ready for a relationship person and stable that way. And he's coming in with a love offer for us air signs. So this is the current energy right here. So this is what we're currently experiencing. So we're leaving that behind. And I don't feel like you're completely out of that situation yet. Like you're still in the process of leaving it behind. Maybe you just broke up with that person recently and you're still moving stuff out of their house, or, you're still kind of putting the final touches on that and tying up loose ends about it. But this person, while you're doing that, this King of Cups comes in with, with an offer. They're coming in with a love offer. Okay, now I do think for some of you, I'm hearing, remember I said earlier you didn't have a relationship with this person. Some of you might have. You might have had a relationship with them, like a love relationship in the past, and you kind of went your separate ways. And then you got into another relationship that's just now ending. Or it could be that you were involved with this person, for some of you, while you were still technically in a relationship, that old relationship. So it could have bled over and been kind of like a third party type situation. And that could be for some of you too. But I feel it's more like somebody that, majority of you, it's someone that you either had a relationship with in the past that it ended a while back before you got into this relationship that you're leaving, or it's somebody that you always kind of had feelings for, but it never transpired into a relationship. But they're coming in, and I think they're coming in with this offer partly because they know that you've left that other situation. So they're coming in now because now you're available and they want to take this relationship to the next level. So in the near future, air signs, you're like starting a new cycle with this. You're kind of throwing caution to the wind, so to speak, and jumping off that cliff and just like whatever happens, happens, just jumping into the future. But you're going to start a new cycle and you're going to be kind of, it's not that you're going to not think about it and be logical, but it's like you're going to follow your intuition and you're just going to kind of just go for it. You're not going to let fear and other things hold you back. You're just going to go for it. And the advice cards I have, and this hasn't happened yet, like the offer is just coming in, but the new beginning hasn't quite come in yet. But it's like you're not, because you know how a lot of times we let fear and things hold us back. I feel strongly you're not going to do that this time. You're not going to be afraid to be involved with this King of Cups. And it's like you're going to be able to, and I think part of it is because they're going to meet you at a high vibrational place. They're not going to be playing games with you like the previous relationship did. And so you're going to feel a lot more better getting into a relationship with this King of Cups than you were. And you might start out, it's like you're not going to let the fear hold you back, is what I'm hearing. You're just going to go for it. And you might take it slow. I'm not saying that you're going to just run right into a relationship, but it's going to be a new beginning with this King of Cups, a new cycle starting. So it could start out, while you're while you're tying up loose ends. So I was trying to say, you could, while that's going on, you're just friends with this King of Cups, and it just slowly, then it grows into something more of a Two of Cups. But I do feel they're gonna come at you with an offer, tell you how they feel, tell you what they want in a relationship with you, where they want things to go. And what's interesting is one of the advice cards I got, and like I said, this is in the near future, so it hasn't come in yet. That cycle hasn't started yet. They're just now approaching you with this offer. But I also got the Page of Pentacles here. So I feel like these two are connected. So it's a love offer coming in, but it's a knight. So it's not it's not it's a smaller offer, but I think it's more like an offer of, these are my feelings for you. This is what I want, making a love offer, you want to be in a relationship with me, something like that. But there's a little it's like a small tangible offer, and it's tied into this. So a small tangible offer could be they're willing to help you in some way, and the King of Cups is willing to help maybe get you out of this old situation. Maybe they're willing to help you, you know, pay 1 month rent on a new apartment or something that you're moving you're moving into, because you're leaving that old relationship, something like that. It's like a small gesture that they're going to help you with. They're going to help you, and it's tied into this offer in some way with that King of Cups. They're going to help you in some way, but it's just going to be small tangible, small tangible offer of some kind. To help you kind of leave that situation behind, help you get more established. And it doesn't have to be financially. I'm hearing a small tangible offer as far as like offering advice, like offering, like emotional support too. It could be that as well, but it's something tangible. And then, so it's like a real offer. So they're not just telling you fluff and not following through. They're actually doing it. But then I do feel like there's something going on with this King of Cups. Like, I feel like this relationship with this King of Cups, and I could very well be someone from your past, or a past life soulmate or something like that. But I feel like there's definitely a fated destined connection here somehow. Like, you are like meant to be with this person. Maybe you have a contract with them that you need to fulfill in some level. There's some kind of contract that you need to come into with this person. They could be a past life soulmate, and you're fated to come back into connection with this person. But there's definitely a fated destined element. And I feel like it happened. I feel like it happened. All this happens kind of suddenly. It's like you're really not expecting it, because you're focused on getting out of this old relationship. And that's kind of where your focus is right now, because it's a lot. So you're focused on healing from that and getting out of it. And it's like, boom, all this comes in. It's all coming in like fast. So it's kind of a sudden, unexpected thing. And it might catch you off guard with this offer. You might be like, whoa, where's this coming from? But I do feel like it's something that's fated and destined for us, air signs. It's something that's, like I said, I really feel like there's a contract with this person, this King of Cups, that you need to fulfill. And it could very well be a past life soulmate, or someone in a past life. It could be even like a twin flame situation where, you're coming back around again in this lifetime. But there's definitely something fated and destined about that connection with that King of Cups. But I do see you going forward and starting a new cycle with this person, with this King of Cups. But I'm hearing, and they're giving me a warning to tell you to make sure that you take your time getting out of this. Like, make sure you tie up loose ends first before you start this new cycle in the near future. Don't rush into it. Make sure everything's taken care of. They're saying all your T's are crossed and I's are dotted. So make sure you've got everything in alignment before you get into a new relationship. Plus, you also have to give yourself time to heal. But I feel like I'm feeling excited. Like, there's this excitement about it. Like, you are excited to go into this new relationship with this King of Cups, because I feel like it's something that you've always wanted. with this person, even if it's like, I'm hearing, even if it's subconscious, it's like if it's a past life soulmate or a twin flame, it's like that connection's always been there. And subconsciously, maybe it's something you've always wanted or felt when you were around that person. And so there's like a sense of excitement that it's coming to pass, that it's, manifesting in the physical world. And that contract's coming in. I keep, they're showing me like a big scroll on on a desk, and it's like it's a contract, and I see signatures like in an inkwell type writing calligraphy. So it's like there's a contract involved with this person. There's something you need to fulfill with them. It could be a mission, it could be a purpose, but it's like you're coming into union with this person now because there's something that you need to fulfill. And it could very well be a mission, a purpose that you have shared together, a shared mission and purpose you need to fulfill. So that's pretty deep. I mean, I'm definitely feeling really like I'm feeling excited, like you're really excited about this sudden change of this person coming in. But I definitely feel like it's somebody, past life soulmate. There's some kind of like past life involvement here, like a twin flame, something like that. But in it, like I said, and in this lifetime, it's somebody that you probably met in your past, but but you were in another situation and maybe they were too. And so it couldn't go anywhere, but it's like that chemistry was there and you could feel it energetically. There was an attraction there. And maybe it never got off the ground, or maybe you did, date them in the past and you had a full-blown relationship with them, and for whatever reason it wasn't the right time for you all to be together, and it fizzled out and you ended up breaking up, and then you got into this situation that you're leaving. But there's some kind of like past connection with this person. Not just past life, but past in this lifetime too, is what I'm feeling. That's pretty intense love reading I have here for us air signs for the second half of January. So that's what I have for us. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.